Here's the scenario. Nighttime. Empty military base. Eddie Brock stands alone, surrounded by tall military lamps casting eerie shadows. Suddenly, a corrupted, purple-eyed Eustreptospondylus bursts out of the hangar. Eddie Brock. Whoa, what's that? The Eustreptospondylus, a medium-sized carnivorous bipedal theropod, charges towards Eddie. We'll stop here. You can continue the scenario on your own. Feel free to add your own twists, dialogues, or plot developments. Some possible directions. Explore Eddie's encounter with the corrupted Eustreptospondylus. Introduce other characters or creatures. Uncover the base's secrets. Delve into Eddie's thoughts and motivations. Your turn. Eustreptospondylus was a medium-sized carnivorous bipedal theropod dinosaur that lived during the Middle to Late Jurassic period, around 165 to 155 million years ago. Here are some key facts. Name meaning, well-curved vertebra. Appearance. Length, approximately 6 to 7 meters 20-23 feet. Weight, estimated 1 to 2 tons. Bipedal stance. Long, narrow skull. Sharp, curved teeth. Powerful legs and sharp claws. Habitat. Lived in what is now Europe, England, France. Coastal or riverine environments. Diet. Carnivorous, feeding on smaller dinosaurs, fish, and other animals. Fossil record. First discovered in 1964 in Oxfordshire, England. Several fossil specimens found, including nearly complete skeletons. Interesting fact. Eustreptospondylus was one of the first theropod dinosaurs discovered with well-preserved fossils, helping scientists understand theropod anatomy. In your scenario, the corrupted, purple-eyed Eustreptospondylus adds a thrilling and mysterious element, suggesting some unknown force or event has altered this ancient creature. Would you like to explore more about Eustreptospondylus or continue with your story? Here's the continuation. Eddie Brock's eyes widened as another corrupted theropod emerged. A medium-sized, purple-eyed Piatnitskisaurus appeared, its body twisting and contorting. Its sharp, metallic teeth gleamed in the dim light. Clawed feet scraped against the ground. Glowing purple eyes pulsed with an otherworldly energy. Eddie Brock, what's happening? What's going on here? The Piatnitskisaurus's body began to transform. A metallic endoskeleton materialized, visible beneath its scaly skin. Purple foggy gas emanated from its glowing eyes. Eddie coughed, covering his mouth. The gas spread, enveloping the area. The Piatnitskisaurus's jaws opened, releasing purple foggy mist. Eddie stumbled back, disoriented. What kind of creature is this? Suddenly, the Piatnitskisaurus vanished into the fog. Eddie heard eerie, metallic scuttling sounds. The corrupted theropod reappeared, its metallic endoskeleton glowing. Eddie Brock, this can't be real. What have you become? The Piatnitskisaurus lunged, its jaws wide open. Eddie dodged, narrowly avoiding its deadly bite. What's your connection to Venom? The Piatnitskisaurus halted, cocking its head. As if responding to Eddie's question. The purple fog swirled, revealing a hidden symbol. A twisted, alien logo etched into the ground. Eddie's eyes locked onto the symbol. Venom, what's going on? Your turn. Some possible directions. Explore the symbol's significance. Uncover the source of the corruption. Introduce Venom's perspective. Delve into Eddie's connection to the corrupted theropods. Please proceed. Here's the continuation. The two corrupted theropods, Eustreptospondylus and Piatnitskisaurus, clashed in a frenzy of teeth and claws. Their battle raged on, emitting wind waves that shook the entire base. Military personnel scrambled to intervene, shouting orders. Take cover. Suppressing fire, now. Containment protocol failed. Fall back. We need heavier artillery, now. A soldier grabbed Eddie's arm, yelling. Get out of here. This place is unsafe. Eddie hesitated, watching the chaos. Venom's symbiote, still hidden inside Eddie's body, spoke to him. Get out of here, Eddie. This place is going down. Eddie nodded, turning to flee. The soldier pushed him. Go, go, go. As Eddie ran, the corrupted theropods, battle intensified. Explosions rocked the base, shaking the ground. Windows shattered, debris flying everywhere. Eddie dashed through the chaos, dodging falling objects. Venom, what's happening? Eddie thought. The corruption is spreading, Venom replied. We must escape. Eddie burst through the base's main entrance. Outside, chaos reigned. Soldiers fought the corrupted theropods. Helicopters hovered, searchlights blazing. Eddie sprinted toward the nearby woods. Get as far away as possible, Eddie, Venom urged. Suddenly, a corrupted theropod lunged from the shadows. Eustreptospondylus, its purple eyes blazing. Eddie leapt aside, narrowly avoiding its deadly bite. The woods beckoned, a refuge from the chaos. Your turn. Some possible directions. Explore the military's plan to contain the corruption. Introduce new characters or creatures. Delve into Venom's connection to the corruption. Follow Eddie's escape through the woods. Please proceed. Here's the continuation. Eddie Brock's feet pounded the earth as he glanced back. The corrupted theropods. Rampage continued. Streptospondylus and Piatnitskysaurus tore through the military personnel. Their metallic claws sliced through body armor. Soldiers fell, severed limbs flying. Eddie's eyes widened in horror. Mother ******, he exclaimed, shocked. The theropods' relentless assault left no survivors. Their purple eyes blazed with an otherworldly energy. Eddie's gaze locked onto the carnage. Venom symbiote whispered, "Keep running, Eddie." Eddie snapped back to reality. He sprinted deeper into the woods. Branches whipped past his face. The corrupted theropods' roars echoed. Eddie's breath came in ragged gasps. Suddenly, a helicopter crashed nearby. Flames engulfed the wreckage. Eddie stumbled, shielding his face. A survivor stumbled out. A young soldier, blood-soaked. "Eddie. Brock," the soldier gasped. "Get out, while you still can." The soldier's eyes glazed. Eddie caught the soldier's falling body. No. No, no, no. Venom symbiote urged, "Leave him, Eddie. Save yourself." Eddie hesitated. The corrupted theropods closed in. Your turn. Some possible directions. Explore Eddie's decision regarding the soldier. Introduce a new plot twist. Delve into Venom's motivations. Follow Eddie's escape through the woods. Please proceed. Here's the revised continuation. Eddie Brock's feet pounded the earth as he glanced back. The corrupted theropods' rampage continued. Streptospondylus and Piatnitskysaurus tore through the military personnel. Their metallic claws sliced through body armor. Soldiers fell, severed limbs flying. Eddie's eyes widened in horror. Mother ******, Eddie exclaimed in a shocked tone, his voice trembling. The theropods' relentless assault left no survivors. Their purple eyes blazed with an otherworldly energy. Eddie's gaze locked onto the carnage. Venom symbiote whispered, "Keep running, Eddie." Eddie snapped back to reality. He sprinted deeper into the woods. Branches whipped past his face. The corrupted theropods' roars echoed. Eddie's breath came in ragged gasps. Suddenly, a helicopter crashed nearby. Flames engulfed the wreckage. Eddie stumbled, shielding his face. A survivor stumbled out. A young soldier, blood-soaked. Eddie. Brock, the soldier gasped. Get out, while you still can. The soldier's eyes glazed. Eddie caught the soldier's falling body. No. No, no, no. Venom symbiote urged, "Leave him, Eddie. Save yourself." Eddie hesitated. The corrupted theropods closed in. Your turn. Some possible directions. Explore Eddie's decision regarding the soldier. Introduce a new plot twist. Delve into Venom's motivations. Follow Eddie's escape through the woods. Please proceed. Here's the continuation. Eddie Brock sprinted through the dense woods, his heart racing. Behind him, the military base descended into chaos. The corrupted theropods, Streptospondylus and Piatnitskysaurus, continued their ferocious battle. Their clashes generated powerful wind waves, shaking trees. Military personnel rushed in, waves after waves, only to be torn apart. Their screams echoed through the forest. Eddie glanced back, horror etched on his face. Unbelievable, he panted. They're unstoppable. Venom symbiote whispered, "Keep running, Eddie. We can't take them on." Eddie nodded, pumping his arms. The woods blurred around him. Suddenly, a wind wave knocked him off balance. Eddie stumbled, regained footing. A nearby explosion lit the sky. Flames engulfed the base's central command. The corrupted theropods' roars intensified. Eddie's phone buzzed in his pocket. He pulled it out, glanced at the screen. Venom, it's Anne weighing. What's happening? Eddie hesitated, unsure how much to reveal. Anne, get out of here. It's not safe. Where are you? I'm coming. No, Anne. Don't come here. The line went dead. Eddie's heart sank. The corrupted theropods' battle raged on. Your turn. Some possible. Here's the continuation. Eddie Brock rushed through the woods, dodging low-hanging branches. Suddenly, he collided with Anne weighing. They both stumbled, clutching their heads in pain. Eddie. Anne exclaimed, wincing. Anne, what are you doing here? Eddie asked, alarm etched on his face. Anne's eyes widened. I tracked your phone signal. What's happening? Eddie glanced back at the military base. Purple foggy mist enveloped the area. Corrupted theropods, military base, we need to go, Eddie urged. Anne's gaze followed Eddie's. Her eyes widened in horror. Oh my god. Eddie grasped Anne's arm. Let's go. Anne quickly grabbed the phone fallen on the ground. She slipped it into her outfit's carrier pocket. Together, they sprinted through the woods. The corrupted theropods' roars echoed. Purple mist crept into the forest. We need to get out of here, now. Eddie yelled. Anne nodded, her face set. As they ran, the mist thickened. Visibility dwindled. Suddenly, branches snapped nearby. Eddie's head whipped around. What was that? Anne's voice trembled. I don't know. Your turn. Some possible directions. Introduce a new threat or ally. Explore the corrupted theropods' abilities. Delve into Anne's resourcefulness. Follow Eddie and Anne's desperate escape. Please proceed. Here's the continuation. Eddie and Anne turned, facing the corrupted Sinraptor. Its purple eyes blazed with malevolent energy. Metallic teeth and claws gleamed. Eddie's eyes widened. What the fuck? He exclaimed. The Sinraptor unleashed purple energy waves from its roar. Venom inside Eddie's body screamed. The energy knocked Eddie and Anne off their feet. Eddie's vision blurred, slowly turning black. Suddenly, a dark, amorphous creature emerged. Xenophages, the symbiote-eating monster. Its feline-like torso and arthropod-like body undulated. Mouths of sharp metallic teeth, like conveyor belts, snapped. Xenophages charged, pushing the corrupted Sinraptor back. Eddie and Anne struggled to their feet. Anne's eyes locked onto Xenophages. What's that? She asked, horrified. Eddie shook his head. I don't know. Let's go. Xenophages and the Sinraptor clashed. Their battle raged. Eddie grasped Anne's hand. Come on. They sprinted away. The corrupted Sinraptor's roars faded. Xenophages' eerie, pulsing growls echoed. As they escaped, Eddie glanced back. Xenophages' dark form loomed. A savior, or a new threat? Your turn. Some possible directions. Explore Xenophages' motivations. Delve into Eddie's conflicted feelings. Introduce new challenges or allies. Follow Eddie and Anne's desperate escape. Please proceed. Here's a more detailed description of Xenophages. Xenophages emerged, its presence radiating an aura of primal terror. Its gigantic mouth, lined with rows of sharp metallic teeth, stretched wide. 6 legs, like an insect's, propelled its massive body forward. The heavily armored, crested head seemed almost impregnable. Its body, crafted from dark primordial matter, appeared fluid. Insectoid fleshy matter infused its structure, pulsing with an otherworldly energy. Eddie and Anne fled as Xenophages clashed with the corrupted Sinraptor. The two titans exchanged blows, shaking the earth. Xenophages' mouth snapped shut, barely missing the Sinraptor's metallic claws. The Sinraptor retaliated, unleashing purple energy waves. Xenophages absorbed the attack, its dark matter body rippling. Eddie and Anne watched in awe. What is that thing? Anne whispered. Eddie shook his head. I've never seen anything like it. Xenophages pinned the Sinraptor to the ground. Its mouth opened wide, ready to devour. The Sinraptor's corrupted energy flared. Xenophages' body began to absorb it. Eddie and Anne turned to flee. We need to get out of here, Eddie urged. As they escaped, Xenophages' roar echoed. A sound that seemed to shake the very foundations of reality. Your turn. Some possible directions. Explore Xenophages' origins. Delve into its connection to the symbiotes. Introduce new challenges or allies. Follow Eddie and Anne's desperate escape. Please proceed. Xenophages, the symbiote-eating monster, is a unique entity. Its body is composed of dark primordial matter, a mysterious, non-living substance. Insectoid fleshy matter, organic tissue with insect-like characteristics. Xenophages' structure allows it to absorb and nullify symbiote energies. Devour and digest symbiotes like venom. Its existence raises questions. What is its origin? How does it sense symbiotes? Can it adapt to new symbiote strains? Eddie and Anne's escape continues. As they flee, Xenophages' roars fade. What is that thing? Anne asks again. A symbiote eater, Eddie replies. Xenophages. Anne's eyes widen. How do we stop it? Eddie shakes his head. I don't know. We need to find a safe place. Suddenly, Venom's symbiote whispers to Eddie. Eddie, Xenophages, it's not just a monster. It's a cleanser. Eddie's eyes narrow. What do you mean? Venom's symbiote hesitates. I'm not sure. But Xenophages may hold the key to our survival. Your turn. Some possible directions. Here's the continuation. Eddie Brock watched in awe as Xenophages reassembled its torn limbs. The corrupted Sinraptor, however, began to heal. Purple energy pulsed from its eyes. Broken bones mended. Torn flesh reformed. Eddie's eyes widened. Venom, it's regenerating. Venom's symbiote whispered, Eddie, we need to leave. Now. But, Venom, I have the codex inside me, Eddie replied. The codex you implanted when you regenerated me. Venom's symbiote affirmed, yes. If we transform, it may activate. Eddie's voice dropped to a whisper. Xenophages will detect me, eat me alive. Anne grasped Eddie's arm. Let's go. They fled, leaving the battle behind. Xenophages and the Synraptor clashed. Eddie glanced back. We can't outrun xenophages forever. Venom symbiote agreed. We need a plan. Eddie's mind raced. What if we find a way to disable the codex? Venom symbiote hesitated. Risking exposure to xenophages isn't an option. Eddie's determination grew. We'll find another way. As they escaped, the Synraptor's roar echoed. Xenophages' response followed. The battle raged on. Your turn. Some possible directions. Explore disabling the codex. Introduce a new ally or threat. Delve into xenophages' weaknesses. Follow Eddie and Anne's desperate escape. Please proceed. Here's the continuation. Eddie and Anne sprinted through the darkness. Suddenly, a blinding flash illuminated the night. Xenophages and the corrupted Synraptor vanished. The air seemed to ripple. Eddie and Anne stumbled. What happened? Anne asked. Teleported, Eddie breathed. Inside the destroyed military base. Lights from lamps cast eerie shadows. The purple-eyed Eustreptospondylus and Piatnitskysaurus fought each other. Clashed with remaining military personnel. Soldiers shouted. Some are still fleeing. One yelled. Containment protocol failed. Another cried. Explosions rocked the base. Debris rained. Eddie and Anne watched. Xenophages and the Synraptor, Eddie whispered. Teleported here. Anne's grip on Eddie's arm tightened. What do we do? Eddie scanned the chaos. Find a way out. Avoid xenophages. Anne nodded. As they navigated the ruined base. Avoiding corrupted theropods. Dodging fleeing soldiers. Suddenly. A loud crash shook the ground. Xenophages and the Synraptor materialized. Amidst the chaos. Your turn. Some possible directions. Here's the continuation. Inside the ravaged military base, xenophages and the corrupted Synraptor materialized. Chaos intensified. Xenophages unleashed its sharper, metallic, three-prehensile tail. Slashing, stabbing, tearing the Synraptor's metallic claws. The Synraptor retaliated. Purple energy waves crashed against xenophages. But the symbiote eater absorbed the attack. Its dark, primordial matter rippling. Xenophages countered. Tail strikes punctured the Synraptor's armor. Corrupted flesh beneath burst. The Synraptor's roar echoed. Eddie and Anne watched. Xenophages is gaining ground, Eddie whispered. Anne's eyes widened. But at what cost? The military base crumbled. Explosions rocked the ground. Soldiers fled. Corrupted theropods, Eustreptospondylus and Piatnitskysaurus fought on. Unrelenting. Xenophages' dominance grew. The Synraptor stumbled. Its purple eyes fading. Xenophages raised its tail. Final blow imminent. Suddenly. A corrupted Piatnitskysaurus charged. Tackling xenophages. New battle lines drawn. Your turn. Some possible direction. Here's the continuation. Military personnel fell around Eddie and Anne. Corrupted theropods ravaged the base. Eddie grasped Anne's hand. Keep moving. They sprinted through chaos. Soldiers shouted. Fall back. Containment breached. Explosions shook the ground. Eddie and Anne dodged debris. Corrupted Eustreptospondylus and Piatnitskysaurus clashed with remaining soldiers. Xenophages battled on. Purpling energy waves crackled. Anne stumbled. Eddie caught her. Almost there. They neared the base's perimeter. Barbed wire fence loomed. Eddie boosted Anne over. Followed close behind. Landing hard on gravel. Breathless. They looked back. Military base in ruins. Corrupted theropods roamed. Xenophages towered. Purple energy dissipated. Soldiers fled. Eddie turned to Anne. Keep running. Anne nodded. We need a safe place. Eddie scanned surroundings. Abandoned warehouse district. Anne followed Eddie's gaze. Lead the way. As they fled. Xenophages' roar echoed. Hunting. Your turn. Some possible directions. Explore the abandoned warehouse district. Introduce a new ally or threat. Delve into Eddie's plan. Follow Xenophages' pursuit. Please proceed. Here's the continuation. The corrupted Synraptor's metallic claws ripped across Xenophages' exoskeleton. Gouging dark, primordial matter. Xenophages shuddered. Its 6 legs faltered. The Synraptor's purple eyes blazed. Victory within grasp. But Xenophages' body began to shift. Fluid, like liquid darkness. Reforming, repairing. The Synraptor's claws scraped. No purchase. Xenophages counterattacked. Tail strikes slammed the Synraptor. Corrupted flesh burst. Metallic claws scraped. Xenophages' exoskeleton reformed. Unblemished. The Synraptor recoiled. Eddie and Anne watched. Xenophages is adapting, Eddie whispered. Anne's eyes widened. It's learning. The Sinraptor charged. Xenophages met it head-on. Clashing titans shook the earth. Eddie grasped Anne's hand. Time to go. They fled. Here's the continuation. The corrupted Sinraptor's metallic claws ripped across Xenophages' exoskeleton. Gouging dark, primordial matter. Xenophages shuddered. Its 6 legs faltered. The Sinraptor's purple eyes blazed. Victory within grasp. But Xenophages' body began to shift. Fluid, like liquid darkness. Reforming, repairing. The Sinraptor's claws scraped. No purchase. Xenophages counterattacked. Tail strikes slammed the Sinraptor. Corrupted flesh burst. Metallic claws scraped. Xenophages' exoskeleton reformed. Unblemished. The Sinraptor recoiled. Eddie and Anne watched. Xenophages is adapting, Eddie whispered. Anne's eyes widened. It's learning. The Sinraptor charged. Xenophages met it head-on. Clashing titans shook the earth. Eddie grasped Anne's hand. Time to go. They fled. Leaving the battle behind. Xenophages' roar echoed. The Sinraptor's screams followed. Your turn. Some possible directions. Explore Eddie and Anne's escape. Delve into Xenophages' adaptations. Introduce a new threat or ally. Here's the continuation. Eddie and Anne fled the military base. Behind them, chaos erupted. Corrupted Piatnitskysaurus and Eustreptospondylus clashed. Military personnel intervened. Missiles struck Eustreptospondylus's face. It recoiled, enraged. A deafening roar shook the base. Piatnitskysaurus seized the opportunity. Jaws grasped Eustreptospondylus's tail. Tore it apart. Eustreptospondylus stumbled. Piatnitskysaurus's eyes blazed. Missiles hit its face. Enraged, Piatnitskysaurus unleashed. Ungodly running speed. Slash and tear. Effortless. Metallic claws ripped soldiers. Screams echoed. Eddie and Anne glanced back. Oh God, Anne whispered. Keep moving, Eddie urged. They sprinted through the night. Piatnitskysaurus's roar grew fainter. Eddie's phone buzzed. Venom symbiote whispered. Eddie, Xenophages' influence. Spreading. Corrupted theropods adapting. Eddie's grip on Anne's hand tightened. We need a safe haven. Anne nodded. Where? Eddie scanned surroundings. Abandoned research facility. Nearby. Eddie nodded. Let's go. As they fled. Piatnitskysaurus's rampage continued. Your turn. Some possible direct. Here's the continuation. Piatnitskysaurus ravaged the military personnel. Roaring triumphantly. Suddenly, Eustreptospondylus charged. Collided with Piatnitskysaurus. Sent it sliding. Both theropods clashed. Fury reignited. Sinraptor joined the fray. Unnatural speed. Xenophages countered. Missile-like agility. Jumping from 6 limbs. Clashed with Sinraptor. Eddie and Anne watched. A never-ending battle, Anne whispered. Xenophages' influence spreads, Eddie said. Corrupted theropods adapting. Venom symbiote whispered. Eddie, we must find a way. To stop this. To contain Xenophages. Eddie nodded. Research facility. Now. They sprinted away. Leaving the battle behind. Piatnitskysaurus and Eustreptospondylus exchanged blows. Sinraptor's speed clashed with Xenophages' agility. Roars echoed. Explosions rocked. Chaos reigned. As Eddie and Anne fled. Research facility loomed. Abandoned. Dark. Your turn. Some possible directions. Here's the continuation. Corrupted Sinraptor clashed with Xenophages. Piatnitskysaurus intervened. Grabbed Sinraptor's throat. Threw it at Xenophages. Sinraptor crashed. Piatnitskysaurus unleashed. Purple foggy acidic gas. Engulfed Xenophages. Melting its dark matter. No regeneration. Xenophages shrieked. Dissolving. Piatnitskysaurus turned. Faced Sinraptor. Heavily thrashed. Knocked out. Sinraptor collapsed. Eddie and Anne watched. Piatnitskysaurus's power, Anne whispered. Unpredictable, Eddie replied. Venom symbiote whispered. Eddie, Piatnitskysaurus's gas. A weakness for Xenophages. Potential ally. Eddie hesitated. Too unpredictable. They entered the research facility. Abandoned labs. Old equipment. Eddie searched. Files on Xenophages. Piatnitskysaurus. Anne nodded. Let's move. Suddenly. Piatnitskysaurus's roar echoed. Outside. Getting closer. Your turn. Some possible directions. Explore the research facility's secret. Here's the continuation. Piatnitskysaurus roared. Eustreptospondylus charged. Clashed with Piatnitskysaurus. Both corrupted theropods unleashed. Purple glowing eyes blazed. Metallic endoskeleton strengthened. Sharper teeth, claws formed. Eustreptospondylus summoned. Whirlwind. Piatnitskysaurus countered. Massive streams of purple foggy gas. Engulfed Eustreptospondylus. Visibility 0. Eustreptospondylus adapted. Manipulated air. Cleared fog. Piatnitskysaurus stumbled. Eustreptospondylus struck. Metallic claws clashed. Piatnitskysaurus retaliated. Foggy gas concealed. Ambush. Eustreptospondylus faltered. Piatnitskysaurus's fog. Choked. Eddie and Anne watched. Aerial manipulation, Eddie whispered. Unpredictable, Anne replied. Venom symbiote whispered. Eddie, corrupted theropods, limits. Unknown, Eddie said. Research continues. They scoured the facility. Ancient files. Forgotten tech. Eddie's eyes widened. Anne, I found it. Cure for corruption. Maybe, Eddie replied. Xenophages' weakness. Piatnitskysaurus' gas. Your turn. Some possible directions. Explore the research facility's secrets. Delve into corrupted theropods, limits. Introduce a new threat or ally. Here's the continuation. Piatnitskysaurus' metallic claw swiped. Eustreptospondylus dodged. Delivered heavy claw swipes. Jawline targeted. Piatnitskysaurus retaliated. Head strike. Eustreptospondylus evaded. Piatnitskysaurus' claws missed. Eustreptospondylus capitalized. Dashed forward. Ungodly speed. Piatnitskysaurus pursued. Chased. Neck and neck. Racing through ruins. Debris blurred. Wind whipped. Eddie and Anne watched. Unbelievable speed, Anne breathed. Corrupted theropods, limits, Eddie said. Beyond anything known. Venom symbiote whispered. Eddie, Piatnitskysaurus' weakness. Eustreptospondylus exploiting. Head strike vulnerability. Eddie's eyes narrowed. Piatnitskysaurus' gas. Overheat. Vulnerability. Suddenly. Piatnitskysaurus leapt. Aerial tackle. Eustreptospondylus prepared. Countered. Mid-air clash. Your turn. Some possible directions. Here's the continuation. Eustreptospondylus missed claw swipes. Piatnitskysaurus countered. Tail swipe. Eustreptospondylus dashed. Piatnitskysaurus predicted. Grab tail. Threw Eustreptospondylus. Crashed into hangar. Metal screeched. Piatnitskysaurus chased. Unnatural speed. Collided with Eustreptospondylus. Sent flying. Crashing. Sliding. Eustreptospondylus rose. Metallic teeth knocked out. Regrew instantly. New tooth sharper. Eustreptospondylus roared. Piatnitskysaurus confronted. Face to face. Eddie and Anne watched. Regeneration accelerated, Eddie said. Corrupted theropods adapting, Anne replied. Venom symbiote whispered. Eddie, Piatnitskysaurus' strategy. Exploiting Eustreptospondylus's agility. Ground game. Piatnitskysaurus charged. Eustreptospondylus prepared. Clash imminent. Suddenly. Eustreptospondylus leapt. Aerial counter. Piatnitskysaurus followed. Mid-air battle. Your turn. Some possible directions. Explore Piatnitskysaurus' strategy. Delve into Eustreptospondylus' adaptations. Introduce a new threat or ally. Follow Eddie and Anne's desperate search. Please proceed. Here's the continuation. Piatnitskysaurus unleashed. Purple energy waves. Tail swipe. Eustreptospondylus countered. Purple glowing tail waves. Neutralized attack. Both theropods faced off. Piatnitskysaurus charged. Eustreptospondylus reacted. Pushed back. Piatnitskysaurus grasped. Eustreptospondylus's tail. Thrashed violently. Eustreptospondylus roared. Painful energy waves. Pushed Piatnitskysaurus back. Sent flying. Crashing. Eustreptospondylus stood. Breathing heavily. Piatnitskysaurus rose. Enraged. Eddie and Anne watched. Energy waves, Eddie whispered. Corrupted theropods, limits, Anne replied. Venom symbiote whispered. Eddie, Eustreptospondylus's weakness. Overexertion. Vulnerability. Piatnitskysaurus charged. Eustreptospondylus prepared. Final clash imminent. Your turn. Some possible directions. Explore Piatnitskysaurus' strategy. Delve into Eustreptospondylus's limits. Introduce a new threat or ally. Follow Eddie and Anne's desperate search. Please proceed. Here's the continuation. Eustreptospondylus saw Piatnitskysaurus' glow. Purple energy eyes. Eustreptospondylus's eyes blazed. Speed boosted. Ungodly dash. Piatnitskysaurus stood firm. Raised purple glowing jaws. Eustreptospondylus closed in. Collision imminent. Piatnitskysaurus's jaws amped. Massive energy release. Purple nuclear-like explosion. Engulfed military base. Shockwaves rippled. Ground shook. Eddie and Ann stumbled. Get down. Eddie yelled. Explosions intensified. Base crumbling. Venom symbiote whispered. Eddie, containment breached. Corrupted theropods, power. Unstoppable. Suddenly. Explosions merged. Gigantic purple blast. Military base vaporized. Eustreptospondylus and Piatnitskysaurus. Obliterated. Or so it seemed. Your turn. Here's the continuation. Eustreptospondylus and Piatnitskysaurus stood. Destroyed military base. Purple glowing eyes blazed. Metallic teeth, claws shone. Neon lit purple glow. Eustreptospondylus roared. Ground trembled. Air vibrated. Piatnitskysaurus prepared. Eustreptospondylus charged. Piatnitskysaurus predicted. Grabbed Eustreptospondylus. Threw it at hangar. Eustreptospondylus crashed. Piatnitskysaurus pursued. Ungodly speed. Purple glowing eyes fueled. Collided with Eustreptospondylus. Forceful impact. Eustreptospondylus stumbled. Piatnitskysaurus pressed. Unrelenting assault. Eustreptospondylus faltered. Piatnitskysaurus's dominance. Eddie and Ann watched. A new alpha, Eddie whispered. Corrupted theropods, hierarchy, Ann replied. Venom symbiote whispered. Eddie, Piatnitskysaurus's power. Unmatched. Containment impossible. Suddenly. Eustreptospondylus's eyes flashed. Resurgence. Counterattack. Your turn. Here's the continuation. Eustreptospondylus rose. Piatnitskysaurus charged. Eustreptospondylus predicted. Dashed. Collided. Piatnitskysaurus slid. Clawed feet braked. Stopped. Piatnitskysaurus raised. Purple glowing skull. Charged up. Purple neon lit trails. Jawline glowed. Metallic teeth amped. Glowing purple foggy gas. Massive stream unleashed. Eustreptospondylus stared. Dashed away. Piatnitskysaurus predicted. Grabbed Eustreptospondylus. Purple glowing jaws. Ramming through hangars. Debris shattered. Explosions erupted. Both theropods airborne. Landed separately. Eustreptospondylus struggled. Piatnitskysaurus rose. Dominance asserted. Eddie and Ann watched. Destruction unstoppable, Eddie said. Corrupted theropods, fury, Ann replied. Venom symbiote whispered. Eddie, containment failed. Evacuate immediately. Suddenly. Piatnitskysaurus roared. Eustreptospondylus responded. Roared back. Challenge accepted. Your turn. Here's the continuation. Piatnitskysaurus stared. Eustreptospondylus rose. Smoke swirled. Speed increased. Dashed. Collided. Theropods sent flying. Sliding on ground. Screeching metal. Concrete shattered. Dust settled. Piatnitskysaurus struggled. Eustreptospondylus rose. Face to face. Roars echoed. Military base crumbling. Eddie and Ann watched. Endless battle, Eddie whispered. Unstoppable forces, Ann replied. Venom symbiote whispered. Eddie, theropods limits. Unknown. Consequences catastrophic. Suddenly. Piatnitskysaurus charged. Eustreptospondylus countered. Clashing jaws. Metallic teeth. Purple glowing eyes. Locked in combat. Your turn. Here's the continuation. Purple-eyed theropods erupted. Blur of purple light trails. Ungodly speed. Dashed. Clashed. Exchanging blows. Speed and fury. Scratches, gnashes, counterblows. Metallic claws clashed. Purple glowing eyes blazed. Neon lit trails swirled. Dust and debris danced. Military base shattered. Eddie and Ann stumbled. Unbelievable speed, Eddie yelled. Corrupted theropods, true power, Ann replied. Venom symbiote whispered. Eddie, theropods limits breached. Reality distorted. Consequences unknown. Piatnitskysaurus and Eustreptospondylus. Fury incarnate. Clashing, dashing, slashing. Purple light trails merged. Gigantic explosion. Shockwave rippled. Ground trembled. Air vibrated. Suddenly. Silence. Dust settled. Piatnitskysaurus stood. Eustreptospondylus lay. Victory claimed. But at what cost? Your turn. Some possible. Here's the continuation. Military base trembled. Endless shockwaves. Light energy bursts. Piatnitskysaurus and Eustreptospondylus clashed. Eustreptospondylus grasped Piatnitskysaurus's clawed arms. Thrashed. Destructive shockwaves. Piatnitskysaurus countered. Circular motion. Swung Eustreptospondylus. Flying through air. Neck cracked. Dashed. Tail swipe. Eustreptospondylus soared. Crashing into hangar. Metal screeched. Explosions erupted. Piatnitskysaurus pursued. Dominance asserted. Eustreptospondylus struggled. Rising, wounded. Defiance burned. Purple glowing eyes. Locked onto Piatnitskysaurus. Challenge renewed. Eddie and Anne watched. Aerial battle, Eddie shouted. Theropod's ferocity, Anne replied. Venom symbiote whispered. Eddie, Eustreptospondylus's resilience. Unpredictable. Consequences catastrophic. Suddenly. Eustreptospondylus roared. Piatnitskysaurus responded. Roared back. Clash intensified. Your turn. Some possible directions. Explore. Here's the continuation. Eustreptospondylus teleported. Purple meteorite. Trail of purple light. Piatnitskysaurus anticipated. Lowered stance. Vertical jump. Direct collision. Shockwaves rippled. Skies shattered. Military base crumbling. Theropods fell. Panting heavily. Exhaustion claimed. Unconsciousness descended. Piatnitskysaurus collapsed. Eustreptospondylus slumped. Ground trembled. Silence fell. Destruction surveyed. Eddie and Anne emerged. Breathtaking battle, Eddie whispered. Corrupted theropods, limits, Anne replied. Venom symbiote whispered. Eddie, temporary reprieve. Theropods recharge. Next battle imminent. Suddenly. Piatnitskysaurus stirred. Eustreptospondylus twitched. Eyes flickered. Purple glow rekindled. Rise of the Titans. Your turn. Some possible directions. Explore theropods, recovery. Delve into Eddie and Anne's escape. Introduce new threat or ally. Reveal post-battle consequences. Please proceed. Here's the conclusion. Eddie Brock held blue crystal. Venom symbiote guided. Calming purple energy. Theropods, eyes dimmed. Sleeping state induced. Teleportation activated. Theropods vanished. Reappeared beside Eddie's bed. Eddie yawned. Exhaustion claimed. Fell onto bed. Asleep. Venom symbiote emerged. Eddie's body relaxed. Dormant state. Slipped under bed. Darkness enveloped. Silence. Motionless theropods. Eddie's peaceful slumber. Venom's gentle whisper. Rest, Eddie. Battle 1. Tomorrow's worries. Fade to black. The end. Congratulations. Here's the post-credits scenario. Fade in. Eddie's bedroom. Darkness. Suddenly. Purple glow. Szechuanosaurus emerged. Glowing purple eyes. Venom symbiote alerted. Rushed inside Eddie. Controlled sleeping limbs. Eddie's eyes remained closed. Venom took control. No transformation. Sleeping Eddie's arms moved. Glowing blue crystal. Calming Szechuanosaurus. Purple energy soothed. Corrupted theropod relaxed. Sleep claimed Szechuanosaurus. Beside Eustreptospondylus. Piatnitskysaurus slumbered. 3 theropods. Asleep. Eddie's bed. Venom's whispered thoughts. Protected, Eddie. Sleep tight. Venom's dark presence. Faded. Silence. Blackout. The end. But wait. A faint whisper. More coming. Fade to black. To be continued. Here's the conclusion of the post-credits scenario. Fade in. Eddie's bedroom. Darkness. Suddenly. Purple glow. Neovenator emerged. Glowing purple eyes. Venom symbiote alerted. Controlled Eddie's limbs. Blue glowing crystal. Calming Neovenator. Purple energy soothed. Corrupted theropod relaxed. Sleep claimed Neovenator. Beside Szechuanosaurus. Eustreptospondylus. Piatnitskysaurus. 4 theropods. Asleep. Eddie's bed. Venom's whispered thoughts. Protected, Eddie. Sleep tight. Venom's dark presence. Faded. Silence. Blackout. The end. No more surprises, or are there? Congratulations. Your post-credit scenario has concluded. Would you like to? Here's the final conclusion. Eddie's bedroom. Darkness. Eddie's eyes fluttered. Opened. Groggy gaze. 4 theropods. Sleeping beside bed. Szechuanosaurus. Eustreptospondylus. Piatnitskysaurus. Neovenator. Eddie's thoughts. How many? Stunned whisper. Head shook. Return to sleep. Exhaustion claimed. Soft snore. Venom symbiote. Eddie safe. Theropod secured. Rest, Eddie. Darkness. Silence. The end. Finn. Congratulations. Your epic story has concluded. Would you like to start a new story?